Hey there, adventurers. Welcome to Let's Just Go podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kayla. And today we are going to be highlighting two different deluxe resorts at Walt Disney World because they're honestly right next door to each other. And if you're staying at one, you're going to the other. But they are Beach Club and Yacht Club in the Epcot Resort area. And the reason we're putting them together is because they are very similar. And they actually even share a pool. And we just want to make sure that you have the insight that you need in order to make an informed decision for your next trip to Walt Disney World. So, this is a series we're doing of all the different resorts. If this isn't the one for you, we'll find the right one. Don't worry, listen to more episodes.
And if you're actually at the pool, the buildings are actually physically connected.
They're
So,
literally
yeah.
connected. You do have to walk outside to get from one to the other.
Yes, you do have to walk outside, and they have separate quick service locations and separate front desks and so forth. But they do share a lot of the amenities, and obviously you can easily get to the restaurants and so forth at each pretty quickly. So let's break it down a little bit. What's going on at each one? So we'll talk a little bit about theming. The Beach Club has a New England Beach Club vibe, where the Yacht Club is a New England Yacht Club vibe. What does that mean? You're going to see some brighter, lighter colors feel
Lots of pastels at Beach Club.
at the Beach Club, right? It's going to feel a little more lighter. It, if I may, feels a little more feminine, and the Yacht Club feels a little more masculine in terms of darker colors, right? Wood, old, like oak, kind of different.
Very nautical and like navy blue.
Right, right. So, one may feed to the other. Do you want to know why I like the Yacht Club a little bit better?
I already know why you love it, but I would love for you to tell everyone else why you love it.
Well, no, now I feel like I need to test you now.
You like it because they all have balconies.
Almost all of them. Almost all
Oh,
of
I
them
thought
have
you were going to
balconies.
say that was almost the right
No,
answer.
almost, but that is the right answer, right? So at the Beach Club, not every room has a balcony, and many more do not have balconies than at the Yacht Club. A lot of the rooms when you stay in a deluxe resort, one of the general perks is most of those have a balcony or a patio. At the Beach Club, a fair chunk of the rooms only have a Juliet type balcony. So just be mindful of that. If that's of critical importance, then maybe thinking the Yacht Club. Um, but tons of great restaurants between the two of them, right? I mean,
So many.
we didn't even talk about, honestly, the best part is you quickly mentioned
I did.
the Epcot Resort area. Oh, I know you're going to say the pool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say Stormalong Bay.
There's too many things to talk about, but honestly, for me, it's the location, right?
Yeah.
If it's an 8-minute walk into the back entrance of Epcot, or a 18-minute walk to Hollywood Studios, of which I can also take the boat, or possibly the Skyliner, which might not be the fastest, but to get to Hollywood, but I could do that if I wanted to switch it up. Lots of options, right? So the location also gives me access quickly to the boardwalk, any of the restaurants there, any of the restaurants in the Swan and Dolphin, all without getting in a car or on a bus. So for me, boom, right there, you're winning.
Yeah.
But you were going to mention the pool.
Oh, my God. Okay. Listen, I'm an adult. I don't have children, but I will pick either of these resorts for Stormalong Bay. So, Stormalong Bay I think it could be classified as a water park technically. It rivals Disney's water parks, let's be real. um, it is the only resort pool I've ever been to where they are like putting a wristband on you and like scanning your card to make sure that you actually have access to this pool. Like they are not kidding around. So it has like multiple pool areas. So there's one like smaller pool area that has a sand bottom, and like that's where like I would call it like the kiddie pool almost. Like that's where all the like toddlers are hanging out. There's then a lazy river, which they provide like inner tubes, but they're like the inner tubes that you'd have at your home pool, where like they're like a half seat. Fantastic, love them. And then there's also like an area with sinking sand in the pool, which is really cool. And like so also like sandy bottom in like a deeper part of the pool. And if you stand on it just right, it like sinks on you. And then there's a slide that is an old pirate ship. I say old, it's not actually a pirate ship, but it looks like an old pirate ship. And it actually goes over the walkway. So you have to figure out how to open the gate to leave the pool area, which is annoying because it's very difficult. You leave the pool area, you cross the walkway. So you follow the little wet footprints that are just constantly running across the pathway. You have to figure out then how to open that gate. You climb the pirate ship and then you slide. And there's also a little pool at the bottom of the pirate ship that I feel like nobody even realizes exists.
Right. It's like a true kiddie pool with a little slide
Yeah.
there. And I mean, I don't think it doesn't have to be just for kids, but that's what the
Yeah.
little kids kind of geared towards.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, hands down, best pool on property. And like Kayla said,
So
you
good.
must be staying there. So you can't invite your friend who lives in the area or who's staying over at a different hotel to come because they will scan your ticket. They will give you a band. You must be staying there. It's very massive. And a huge draw to people who prefer, spending some pool days in at the
Mhm.
resort. Lots of great restaurants too. So their quick services are good. You're gonna always at the deluxe. You're gonna have the smaller quick service options, but one at the Yacht Club is great. You can also go to Cape May Cafe, which has like a nice little seafood buffet of sorts at night, but it's also a character meal in the morning where you meet. I think it's Minnie, Donald, and Goofy,
Yeah.
but it's a great option to have that so close to your resort. Over at the Yacht Club, they have the Yachtsman Steakhouse, which is a signature restaurant, very good, pricey, but it's a steakhouse. It's great. And then Allen Compass, which has New England comfort food, and it feels a little more refined. You can go, and they have an awesome. You can order that through the mobile app to go,
Mhm.
which adds a nice little option to take back to your room, so you don't feel like you have to be sitting down in a restaurant if you don't want to be.
And Ale and Compass has a really nice bar. Like, there's a bar next door to Yachtsman, which is fine. It feels very stuffy and like old man to
Yeah,
me.
I would agree.
But Ale and Compass, their lounge is fantastic. The food in that lounge is great. The drinks are great. It is literally a lobby bar. Like, you can see the lobby from it. Which that's I think is nice. Like, I like that
I
personally.
agree.
Because the one by Yachtsman again is like it's very closed off. You walk through like a just standard door
Called
frame.
the Cruise Cup, I think. Um,
That sounds right. Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's
it's very dark.
because for a while the Allen Compass is relatively new.
Yeah.
Um, in the last maybe 7, 8 years, and so I think before that, that was all that really was there. And then the last one that we didn't talk about is Beaches and Cream Soda Shop.
Yum.
Yeah, so I love it because it's real pretty basic menu. It's nothing fancy, but ice
It's
cream.
a soda shop. It's
Yeah, it
literally
is.
exactly what
It
you
is.
think. You can get a really good burger and fries.
Yep. You can get a Reuben there.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep, yep, yep. And but most importantly, you can get ice cream.
You ever done it?
I've done it. I've done it.
The
You
kitchen
can
sink.
order the kitchen sink, which
Yeah.
literally comes with so many scoops of ice cream
So
in
many scoops.
so many every single topping, literally in a kitchen sink.
It's scoops of ice cream that should not go together, which is the
Yeah,
one problem I have with it.
yeah,
It's fun. I've done it with friends and like we finished it.
right. It's fun if you have a lot of
But
people because it's
yeah.
yeah.
But mint ice cream doesn't go with strawberry ice cream.
No, get that out of my face. Um, Also, one downside is before they renovated that restaurant, when you ordered it, they used to have the lights that went off on the ceiling.
Yes.
Now they don't do that. They don't make it such a big deal. But
There also is one other thing to like keep in mind with Beaches and Cream. There's also a window to order just ice cream
right.
scoops. So I think you can also get the sundaes. You can't get the kitchen sink from it, but
You
you
can
can
get a
get like to
mini.
go.
You can get the mini kitchen sink, which is served in a
Oh, yep.
Minnie Mouse smaller sink
Yeah.
to go. Because I have done that and taken it over to the pool with me. So
Yeah.
that, and they have great milkshakes.
They also have quick service at their like at their hotel. They also have quick service at the pool. It's called
Hmm.
Hurricane Hannah's. It's burgers, fries. They also have a bar. So like I personally think that this is like Epcot Resort area in general is the place to be if you're going to have down days. because of the fact that there's so much to do. Like if you don't want to go to Disney Springs, you just want to like be able to hang out. There are a million things to do, and listen to our boardwalk episode if you want to know more about like specific things to do outside of just the pool, because that's where most of the activities are going to happen. But you've got mini golf a quick walk away. You have the great access to the parks. Also, you've got villas as an option if you want to stay in a place with larger space. I will say the one thing, so for Chris, the deciding factor is the balcony. For me, the deciding factor is which one is closer to Epcot, because that walk, even though it's only a difference of like, I don't know, a couple, I'd say maybe 1,000 feet from one lobby to the other, it feels like miles at the end of a park day.
It's true. Although the boat, if you took the boat, which would be kind of lame, but if you did, it's closer to the yacht club.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah.
but you're right. So the beach club has villas. The yacht club does not have villas. Both have club level access for hotel rooms, right? If you're going to do stay in the club level lounge, um, I love those lounges. Um, I'm thinking right now in my head of the club level lounge at the yacht club where you can help yourself to Mickey ice cream bars,
You can
but
do that at all of the clubs,
not
Chris.
all of them.
Oh,
Not at not at
everyone I've ever stayed at, you could do that
you
at.
can at the Polynesian, and I almost yeah
Oh.
I wanted to burn the whole place down.
Um,
The just kidding. For legal purposes, that was a joke. But they all do have champagne though, so that's
that's
all.
true. Yeah.
That's
Does Yacht Club have, I think I showed you when Brian and I stayed at Beach Club a couple years ago, the layout of the room that we had where it was like a really long hallway that led
they
into like a living
they
room
do
area.
they do because of the way that the buildings are set up. They have some strange rooms. Like
I
I
loved it.
yeah, there was some cool. So right, so they also Beach Club in particular and Boardwalk, but Beach Club has deluxe rooms. So I know we're talking about how much does the regular hotel room sleep. In both of these, they're going to sleep five. Club lounge rooms only sleep four, but they do have that fifth sleep, that couch that turns into a twin. But at the beach club, they do have deluxe rooms, which actually have two queen beds and then a pull out queen sofa. So it actually does sleep six people. So just something to think about as well.
Who has the cottages? Is that Beach Club?
Boardwalk.
Oh, that's Boardwalk. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never stayed in one of those. I've just seen pictures.
No, I don't think anyone in the world has. The for being honest. Um, so just an awesome view, right? Because when if you have a water view, you're at the pool, you can look out, you see the boardwalk across the lake, you're on the lake. Like if you're bored, like you said, and you just want to take a quick, it's a 0.7 mile loop around the lake, you can go for a walk. You just feel like you are in a different universe.
Yeah.
You're truly on vacation, and you're not so stuck at just your hotel. So for me,
Yeah.
this either one of these is winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, for me too. Honest, and I mean, I know we've already done an episode on like Battle of the Resorts and which one we would pick. And I am pretty sure that we both picked, I think I picked beach and you picked yacht.
Yeah.
So like they're and I think that also further drives home the point that like they're both a great option for different reasons. Like again, for me, I care more about being as close to Epcot as humanly possible because I'm the person that has a park hopper and goes to Epcot every single night when I am at Walt Disney World. And for Chris, he wants to sit out on his balcony and judge people as they walk by. So
Want to judge people? Yes. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
will say, in terms of the size of the resorts, they are both pretty. I don't want to say that they're small, but like if you put them together, they feel like about the same size as like a moderate resort, but it is two different resorts. So they are smaller. They have Yacht Club has a little over 600 rooms. And then I'm gonna be honest, I have a cheat sheet here. And then Beach Club, because of the villas, they have about 850 rooms. So they're relatively small comparatively. So like Boardwalk has over 900. So like Boardwalk is bigger than either one of them. Um, that's just something to keep in mind though. They're very easy to navigate. I say that and then I'm thinking like, no, actually they're really confusing to navigate.
They are. They're very compact, and so they look
Yeah.
small, but then the hallways are very
The hallways can be very
deceiving.
confusing. It's like
Yeah,
a left and a right and a left and a right and a left, and then
right.
you have to go up a floor and then you're in your room.
Yeah, it's a strange. It's very strange, but
Yeah.
um, yeah. If you're going to either one of these, Kayla and I will tag along if you're paying.
Yeah, happily. Yeah, we'd be happy to join you.
Yep.
And and if this doesn't sound like a good fit for you, that's okay. Like I said, we're doing a whole series. Keep listening to episodes. We're going to probably cover a resort that you're interested in as long as you're interested in staying on Walt Disney World property. If you want to stay off property, you can kick rocks. We don't mean that. We just are judging you if you decide to stay off property. But
Yeah.
we get it. Different strokes for different folks. But for us, it would be Yacht or
All right.
Beachman.
Wrap this up before this.
If you have questions about any of these resorts, reach out to us. And until next time, let's just go.